Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about a really simple but honestly pretty profound way to look at life. It's all about this idea of being kind to others when things are going great, and just as important, being kind to yourself when they're not so great. It's a balancing act, right? And it's at the very core of being human. So let's dive in.
You've probably asked yourself this a million times. I know I have. Why does life have to have all these ups and downs? One minute, everything's amazing. You feel like you're on top of the world. And the next, you're facing some new challenge that just came out of nowhere. It can feel so random. But what if that up and down rhythm isn't a bug? What if it's actually the entire point?
I mean, just think about that for a second. This metaphor really changes everything, doesn't it? Those peaks and valleys on a heart monitor, that's the sign of life. That's a beating heart. So this philosophy is asking us to see our own lives that same way. The ups and downs, they aren't a problem with the system. They are the system. They're the absolute proof that we are alive and kicking.
Okay, so if we accept that life has these cycles, these peaks and valleys, how do we handle the peaks? The first part of this whole idea is all about how we should act when we find ourselves in a good spot. You know, when we're successful or happy or just feeling strong.
So when things are going your way, the idea isn't to shout it from the rooftops. It's more about sharing that positive energy in a really gentle, quiet way. It's about offering a sense of peace to people around you, showing some humility about your achievements, and just radiating a calm happiness. It's the difference between, say, being a warm fireplace versus being a firework. And this, right here, this really gets to the heart of it. On one side, you've got this beautiful idea of a kind posture and a gentle attitude. And on the other, all the things we might be tempted to do, but should really try to avoid. Being arrogant, showing off, flaunting our wins in other people's faces. It suggests that real strength, when times are good, comes from gentleness, not from being the loudest person in the room.
Okay, I absolutely love this definition. It completely reframes what it means to be generous or to have a big heart. It's not about how big your ego is or how much you can think about yourself. It's about how much space you can make in your heart for other people. It's about widening your world to include others.
So, why does all this matter?
Well, because kindness isn't just a one-off transaction. It's like you're investing in this universal cycle of care. When you put that positive, caring energy out into the world, you become a part of a system where, somehow, that same energy can find its way back to you when you need it.
And now let's flip the script. Because just as sure as the sun rises, hard times are going to come. That's just part of the deal. And when they do, the focus of our kindness needs to make a really important shift. Inward.
We have to get real about this. No amount of skill or planning can make you totally immune to difficulty. Think of them like hidden reefs in a river. Some are just part of the landscape of your life, and you can't always steer around them. The real test isn't about avoiding them completely. It's about how you navigate the situation once you've hit one.
Man, this is so important. When you're in a tough spot, it is so easy to feel alone or invisible or like you don't matter. And it's in those exact moments that you have to become your own biggest supporter, your own source of care, your own source of value. And listen, that is not selfish. That is survival.
Sounds nice, right? Be kind to yourself. But what does that actually look like? When you're really struggling, how do you actively, practically treat yourself well? Well, it turns out there's a pretty clear guide for that.
Okay, let's break this down. First up, learning to forgive. That means not getting stuck replaying past mistakes over and over again. Second, learning to step back. This is about knowing when to let go of a goal that's just causing you pain. And finally, learning to reconcile. That just means stopping the inner battle. Stop fighting with yourself and just give your spirit some room to breathe.
And this is the key connection. You see, self-kindness isn't just some fuzzy feeling. It's a real, measurable thing. It's the direct result of your ability to forgive yourself and to let things go. The more you can do that, the more actively you are taking care of yourself.
So we've got these two big ideas. Kindness outward when things are good, and kindness inward when things are tough. But here's the beautiful part. They aren't two separate things. They're actually two parts of the same, single, continuous flow. Think of it like this. Kindness to others, that helps you move through the world. It builds bridges, it creates opportunities, it lets you go farther. But kindness to yourself, that's your fuel. That's what nourishes your soul and gives you the strength to keep going. You absolutely need both to have a good life. One for the journey and one for the traveler.
And what's so critical to get is that this isn't a one-way street. It's not just you giving kindness or you taking it. It's this dynamic, circulating energy. It's like a current of warmth that flows through you, out to the world, and eventually back to you again.
In the end, it really doesn't matter which direction that kindness is pointed, whether it's outward to a friend who needs it or inward to your own heart. It all adds to the same flow of warmth and love. Every single act of kindness, no matter how big or small, contributes to this cycle, and it always benefits the person receiving it and comes back to grace you too.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. Thinking about your day today, whether you're sailing on smooth seas or navigating some choppy waters, where is there an opportunity to be kind? Will you direct it outward to someone else, or is today a day where you need to show yourself some of that compassion? The choice, as always, is yours. Thanks for tuning in.